A bit breezy and a little damp as we get started here at Issaquah High School. Welcome into the USL Premier Development League. It's the Lane United FC coming in to face the home team Puget Sound Gunners. Gunners sporting the blue kits to the Lane FC out of Oregon. Their white kits with the black shorts as we are underway. At the top of the table, the Kitsap Pumas. Victoria Highlanders FC, both of these clubs playing Victoria and Vancouver in the last week.
Both of them getting hit pretty hard too. A 5-0 loss here last week for the Gunners to the under-23s from Vancouver, and a 7-0 loss for Lane in Oregon against Victoria. So two good clubs apparently up in British Columbia. But
there's a hard tackle, and that will be no foul given. Ball past the far touchline, but our first real contact as both teams have been a bit skittish to lay shoulder to shoulder early on here, and both largely in defensive roles.
I thought it was a throw-in as well, but it looks like he did give the foul. Or if it goes counter to the style that they were preparing to play, those kinds of things make a difference.
Out on the far touchline, we'd like to remind you that you can always go back and watch these again on the YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, probably found us there if you're watching right now, and check out Gunners FC. All you got to do is put them in the search window and you will see the whole smattering of broadcasts that we have done, along with a lot of interviews. Gonzaga boys, so definitely a chance to get your time in. And there's a hard foul, and that will be danger. Right now, we'll see what a set piece can mean for this Gunner squad.
I mentioned those throw-ins a little earlier, and it's interesting. That's really the only set piece success these guys have had was on some throw-ins. You haven't seen them with the free kicks the way you do some clubs, and I'd really like to see that. I'm hoping this can go in.
Zach Hammond sets up now. Hammond, of course, out of Humboldt University. Lowermore into the goal!
What did I tell you?
A strike from 20 yards out, about 6 yards outside the area, bending outside to inside post.
Absolutely a magnificent strike. Just as I talk about what we'd like to see happen, and he comes up with a touch like that. That's what we always hope Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't do against your side. That's what he hasn't done in the World Cup. That's what Zach Hammond just did.
Yeah, there's a left foot off the post, but a good one-touch turn and a fire.
Certainly not a new place for Zach, and we're glad he's sticking around here. It's been a lot of fun to watch the last couple years. Big ball winner in the middle for the Gunners and for the Seawolves last year.
Set piece, quite a ways outside the area, and only a two-man wall is warranted. Here's service far post. Got a head on it. Give it up after winning a throw-in.
One thing I noticed in the run-up here that we might not be as apparent on the broadcast, the Gunners are almost all of them wearing different numbers tonight.
And a beauty. Absolutely perfect.
You know what, Keith? I'm looking at the team sheet here, and the numbers have caught us here. I think that's Matt Aronimo.
Was it Aronimo?
It looks that Hammond's wearing number 19, and he's not in the 11. So number 6, Matt Aronimo. Well done, sir. We apologize for not getting your name right. Didn't work out, but that's the attacking kind of play that we want to see. And now a nice take by Broad.
Dietrich got into a double team, and now here comes that speed as Luke Brose will take it up the left side and runs out of daylight. Back for Lane. There's a long shot on the near post, or on the far post rather. Some miscommunication, and that one there was just right through the wickets of two on runners. It really was not in any spot to have picked up an attacking forward.
I'm interested by the defensive posture that the Gunners are taking here. Even with the ball in their own half, look how high the back four are. They've decided they're going to draw their line 30 yards from goal, and they're not going to let the opponents through that space of the midfield. They're not trying to win it in the true midfield. They're not waiting and trying to play it out of the penalty area. I think maybe they've gotten tired of playing in their own penalty area so much.
There's the service far post, one running on. The header is in and high. Long pass up the right side is a good look for a man running on. Again, Baldo right there. Now a pass up this right or left-hand side. Ballou.
Very nice job by Lee to track back and prevent that cross.
Distant.
I don't remember where the referee was. The assistant probably couldn't have seen more than the back on that play, but it definitely came and got the outstretched left arm. And my suspicion is he didn't see it at all, because if you see that, I don't think you can not call if that's deliberate.
Now in the first time in the attacking half and the attacking third for the Gunners, pass in, no, and that will be Al McCluskey running dead center as Ballou drifts in. There's the near post and bit wide, just a bit wide. Vandervelde running down this right-hand side had an opening unmarked. It was hollering, waving his arms, and finally now gets the ball. There's the service by Baldo and right to the keeper, Rogers.
That took a deflection, I think, off of Brady Ballou, and your defensive scheme is working, and you know you're frustrating the other team.
No foul there into the double team.
Oh, there's a run.
Lukashik trying to find the man running up the left-hand side.
Just a little bit too far for Casey Phillips. That's a really, really nice ball there, but instead it goes all the way out for a goal kick.
Puget Sound over Lane in the first period here. And Jimmy Ball has got to be very happy with what he sees so far out of his Gunner side. And the Puget Sound Gunners with the Gunners a 1-0 lead. I'd like to welcome you to tonight's broadcast of Puget Sound Gunners FC Soccer, presented by Swedish Issaquah. Also sponsored by Pro-Liance Surgeons and Pro-Liance Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. And also by My Spine Sports Chiropractic. If you're a Gunners fan, and now you've got a chance to take 3 points away from Lane. Foul. Razua, who we have not seen much of, he's been right in the middle. Service on the far post. Nicely done. Had McCluskey running, at least by my recollection.
I think he was very active in the first half. He just didn't have a lot of touches. And that's something with this style of defense where they've now got 10 men, and again inside 20 yards, is that guys can have big impacts just by where they're playing.
The throw in. And now Arazua will try to get it forward. And McCluskey. And once again, Dirksen and McCluskey trying to make something happen. Actually, that is Rose on this right-hand side. Rose and McCluskey.
I think his teammates thought he was going to take that and try and run on. They didn't expect him to play hold-up. He is more of a hold-up forward as McCluskey, and we've seen that a lot tonight. He'll win the ball and wait for an overlap. And a little bit different in style from, say, an Ash Apollon.
Vizcaíno now, right-hand side, they'll go once again. Back into the center, here's Baldo. He'll turn, left foot high and up over the top, and a beautiful punch away by Keegan Rogers up and over the bar.
When a ball comes out quickly like that, that's a great reaction.
Far post headed away.
Foul given against Lane United.
Now over on the right-hand side, left foot into the area. Dangerous there. Stevens has an opportunity. Bevins also there once again.
Are finding those little holes. I'm not sure if it's a breakdown just trying to play this way for 90 minutes or what the situation is. Heavy whistle here, and I think we might
Stevens
have our first booking.
Falls to the deck, and then that will be a cautionary call on, I believe, Cook.
Cook into the book.
Will be into the book with 5 minutes to go. So in the 85th minute, Cook draws a yellow.
And that's the right call. He came through pretty firmly. His trail leg took the man out.
As the wall gets set, and Baldo with the right foot, right at Keegan Rogers, over the top, a beautiful shot and a beautiful save. And running on, and they say a foul.
Come out. That's an interesting confrontation there between Brose and the offensive player. and the assistant referee very quickly had his flag up and said, I have a foul coming out. I think that when the whistle went, that Bevins thought he'd won a penalty, and he jumped up and was very unhappy when he realized that was not the case.
And now he will go over and talk to the assistant and get the explanation. Will not win the argument. It looks like the explanation is turned into a little more than that.
Got a discussion going on here between Vernon Winters and several of the Lane United players. I'm not sure what the situation is here.
It was Vizcaíno with a beautiful through ball up to Bevins. Bevins then brought it up the right foot on the right side, where Brose, who's done a great job all evening long at retreating back into a defensive spot. Looked like he got shoulder to shoulder, but I believe that will be what the talk is about over there tonight.
It slid further and further back. They're all in their penalty area now as
There's
Lane
Stevens.
has stepped up.
Right foot attack is wide and high.
The Lane side weren't finding in the earlier going.
All you have is to stir things up. Now,
as we've talked about tonight with the Gunners.
you certainly have stirred up your goal scorer. The Gunners running their record to 2-6-2 overall, 8 points to their record. Lane United falling to 2-6-1 will remain at the bottom of the table, or near the bottom of the table now at with 7 points. Puget Sound will leapfrog them, and a very good win. They have to feel very good about themselves, the Puget Sound Gunners, having gotten something they're not used to, and that's an early lead.